Donald Trump just made a stunning, yet almost entirely predictable admission while speaking in the Oval Office to the media today. He was asked about the possibility of him meeting with the January 6th insurrectionists that he pardoned at the White House, and he said, yeah, I'd be open to it. He'd be open to meeting with people convicted of seditious conspiracy, convicted of beating police officers, convicted of invading our Capitol building. That's what Donald Trump just said. This clip is disgusting. It's gross, but it's on par with who Donald Trump is. So I want to show you this clip from Trump when he's asked this question, and a little bit more added to this story after we watch this together. So let's just take a look and we'll talk about it after.
That were participated in the January 6, 2021 attack. Do you plan to meet with any of them or meet with them at the White House?
I don't know. I'm sure that they probably would like to. I did them something important, but what they did is they were protesting a crooked election. And, people understand that also. And they were treated very badly. Nobody's been treated like that. So I'd be open to it, certainly. I don't know of anything like that, but I think they're going to meet in some of the congressmen, women, want to meet. But I'd certainly be open to it.
Have you spoken to them since you issued the pardons?
I haven't spoken to any of them yet, but I know they're very happy.
Mr. President,
I gave them their life back. Their life was taken away from them unnecessarily and unfairly. I gave them their life back, so I can imagine they probably would like to.
Mr. President.
Oh my, okay. So their life was taken from them unnecessarily, meaning that they were thrown in prison. Unnecessarily? Beating police officers? Coming up with a conspiracy to overthrow the American government? Invading our Capitol building? Just to be clear, under Donald Trump's worldview, those people being jailed and prosecuted is unnecessary. You know, I actually like to live in a society where laws are followed and laws are upheld. So if anybody does that, Democrat, Republican, Independent, I don't care. If you beat police officers, if you try to overturn an election you didn't win with violent means, no, you should be in prison. And the idea that the President of the United States is sitting here at the Oval Office at the Resolute desk at this sacred office of which I was recently in, and I appreciated how nice that office was, how much history there is in that office, for him to be sitting in there saying, yeah, let's invite these people who, are enemies of democracy. People who don't like democracy, they want to overturn democracy. Let's invite them to the White House. A symbol of democracy is disgraceful. And it tells you everything you need to know about Donald Trump. It tells you everything you need to know about MAGA. This guy does not represent democracy. He doesn't represent the United States. This is truly disgraceful. And what I wanted to add on to this story as well was the fact that some of the pardoned January 6th insurrectionists are already getting involved in Republican politics. For example, Stuart RH, convicted of seditious conspiracy, spending 18 years in prison, now pardoned, was seen at the Capitol complex yesterday on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. He was meeting with Republican lawmakers. So not only is Donald Trump open to meeting with people like Stuart RH, but they're already making inroads with sitting members of Congress, these same sitting members who they tried to kill on January 6th. Many of these people going after lawmakers who weren't buying into Donald Trump's conspiracies. And if they were, they probably weren't going to be spared regardless. What is wrong with these people? I mean, I'm sitting here trying to fathom the thinking here from Republicans, but I'd have to describe it as unfathomable insanity. And these same January 6th insurrectionists are now making their presence known on society. And these are the same people that Donald Trump wants to invite to the Oval Office. You remember the January 6th shaman, the guy with the horns who wore the bear hat into the Capitol, no shirt on, that guy, that lunatic? He was part of the pardons. One of the people that Donald Trump wants to invite to the White House. You know what he put out on social media after he was pardoned, after he was released from jail? This post right here. Take a look at this. I just got the news from my lawyer. I got a pardon. Thank you, Donald Trump. Now I'm going to buy some mother blank guns. I love this country. God bless America. Justice has come. Everything done in the dark will come to light. The shaman is going to go buy some firearms. Oh, great. Great. You know, Donald Trump is already having such a terrific impact on this country. Please sense the sarcasm in my voice when I say that. where we now have this lunatic back on the street, people like Stuart Rhodes back on the street, who called for the killing of lawmakers who weren't on their sides, saying they want to buy firearms, already meeting with Republican members of Congress. They might run for Congress. Who knows in Donald Trump's America? Who knows in Trump's America? But the idea that Donald Trump, one day pardons them, says that they're being treated unfairly, and then wants to invite them to the White House, disgraceful, and it's completely against the rule of law. This is the party that claims to be the party of backing the blue, of law and order, and Donald Trump does an injustice like this. And I want to show you one last clip in our conversation here about Donald Trump saying he wants to meet with the insurrectionists. I want to show you one last clip, and it's Capitol Police Officer or former D.C. Metro Police Officer, I should say, Michael Fenn. He reacted to the news of Stuart Rhodes and other January 6th insurrectionists getting pardoned, and his reaction speaks for all of us. I think he speaks for every American when he says this. Just take a look at Officer Fenn's reaction on CNN the other day.
No regrets. What do you say, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I would say to Stuart Rhodes. Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
You're a liar.
We didn't obviously get to beep that word out, but...
No. Don't beep it out. Don't beep it out. Leave it in. Leave it in. That's exactly. Exactly. It's a slap in the face to people like Michael Fenn, to heroes like Michael Fenn, to the heroes that served on January 6th, and by the way, served on January 6th recently to make sure that Donald Trump and his election was certified, to make sure his inauguration was safe and secure. Those heroes. So people like Stuart Rhodes getting an invite to the White House, saying that they have no regrets, saying they want to go buy firearms. I think Michael Fenn's comments speak for themselves. I think they speak for all of us when we're talking about the insurrectionists here. So look, I just had to talk about this. I had to bring this to your attention, the fact that Donald Trump wants these folks to be invited to the White House, this sacred building that has been occupied by many great men before, now is occupied by a felon, an assaulter, a business fraudster who embraces political violence instead of condemning it. It's a real shame. But, we got to bring attention to this. We got to share these videos around and spread this message in order to bring awareness to what Donald Trump is doing. He has all these distractions out there to keep our eye off the ball. He wants you to be thinking about this and this and this at the same time, so you get overwhelmed and you don't know what's important. What's important is what Donald Trump is actually doing, not what he says he's doing. And what he's actually doing is stuff like this. Executive orders like this, pardoning people, executive orders that pull us out of international agreements like the WHO or the Paris Climate Accord, international agreements that make America better, make our country safer, more healthy. It's insane. So anyway, listen, we're going to keep covering the Trump administration on this channel, and we're going to keep pushing back and fighting. And I hope you'll join me on that journey. So look, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to drop a like down below on this video. It goes a really long way in helping the channel. Also, subscribe to the channel. Comment. Please let me know what you think about this story. I'm always excited to read your comments and hear what you have to say. You're all very smart. Certainly smarter than Donald Trump. And make sure to share the video with anybody you think needs to see it. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and a great upcoming weekend. Yeah? Sounds good.